So, two things to help your business grow a lot faster, especially if you listen to a lot of podcasts and a lot of bigger, entrepreneurs and people that you're like, I want to be at this place. I want to be making as much as they are. I want my business to be bigger. I want it to grow. All that kind of mindset. Like you have a big goal for your business. You hear all these bigger podcasters. One, for example, Alex Hormozi, Cody Sanchez, I believe is their last name, and then Diary of a CEO. They all have like big podcasts. They all have like big businesses. They're growing really well. They're huge. They have a lot of systems in place. All their advice is really good advice. But how do you know what advice to take and what advice to pull down and use at a lot smaller scale, especially whenever you don't have a lot of capital, a lot of employees, or a lot of time? Here's two things that we've done over the past year to basically help us grow a lot faster. We went from, a team of 4 about a year ago and about 6 clients, all the way up to a team of 8 with about 16 clients. Okay, so what we've done, and we're still growing, we can still grow a lot more with a team of 8. Okay, but here's 2 things that we had to change to basically double the size of our business, if not a little bit more. We're almost like 2.5% X the size of our business. Now, the first thing is, if you're at a point in your business to where you're like, if I continue to grow, if I grow any more, I'm going to explode. I have this I can only handle so much kind of mindset of, if I grow a little bit more, I'm done. I'm going to be so burnt out. I'm going to be running around like crazy. Okay, this is the point that you want to start implementing, which we did. Actually, I'd recommend trying to do it sooner, which is getting someone dedicated, hiring, or if you wanted to, but I'd recommend hiring someone specifically to create you a CRM platform if you don't already have one, or manage that CRM platform and start implementing more AI features and also developing systems. Now, you can come up with the systems you want, but you just need someone dedicated on your team to actually start implementing and putting in place all these systems that you want and need for your business. Because one of them is a CRM platform to actually manage and have all your clients in one place, to actually start tracking and maintaining and keeping track of all that. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but once you start doing this and start offloading a lot of like emails, offloading a lot of like little measly tasks, you're going to see how much time you actually can save and start to actually put towards growing your business more. Okay. So up front, it's going to seem like a waste. You're not going to see a lot of progress the first month or 2. Why? Because all those systems are getting put in place. There's going to be a lot of errors. Okay. But once you get past all those little errors and it's actually working, you're going to be like, holy cow, I got a ton of time. With all that time, you're going to be able to actually do what you need to be doing a little bit more. If you don't already have a sales team, you're going to be able to be the salesperson and actually keep track of delivering all the good products that you provide. You want to be able to maintain good quality and also be able to get more clients. Okay, so developing those systems. Get someone to start anything small. Start doing some kind of AI features. Start implementing your, automizations. Having a system where you can automatically reply back to comments, or you can actually have an invoicing system that will automatically send out invoices or record payments, get direct deposits, something to start implementing a few little tasks that you can offload. Something that can also track all your leads that are coming in, a place to designate them and be able to assign them to different people, or be able to actually organize them all so that way you can see how many clients you have, how many new, potential leads you got that you can start phone calling, and then how many, email campaigns can you start blasting out. All this can be done in a CRM platform. So like I said, if you don't have one, start getting one. If you do have one, start using it. And if you don't know how to use it, find someone that can, hire them, and then they will start implementing these systems for you. So that's just one of them. CRM platform. We also use a management platform to be able to track everything, track all of our videos, because that's specific to us. You may not need to be able to track videos and be able to see what videos are out there, but you're going to need to be able to track something. There's going to be something in your business that you need to know. Figure out what those are, and then you'll be able to start delegating those little measly tasks to actually start saving you a lot of time. With that, also the mindset. So you got all these little tasks taken off. But before you even start offloading those tasks, like I said, at the very beginning, you're going to think if you grow a little bit more, you're going to explode. So being able to actually know that once you start growing, If you do it right and you start implementing good systems in place, having a CRM platform, having a few AI features, and then also maybe like delegating little tasks and being able to track those tasks with offloading just a little bit of stuff like that, you're going to save so much time because you're going to see how efficient things actually get and can be. And you're going to be like, holy cow, if I actually implement a few more systems, guess what? I'm going to have a ton more time. So the first thing I would recommend is finding someone to help with systems, get those systems in place, and stop thinking about if I add more clients and add more, I guess, income and add more, different little things that are going to come with more clients. It's going to take more time. But like I said, if you have systems to offload a lot of that little stuff, it's actually going to be about the same amount of work, if not less, depending on what you do. So that's one thing that we've noticed that a lot of people, especially like if you're not making over $1 million a year, you're going to need a lot of systems in place to be able to hit that and actually pass that, because you're going to need a lot of people in place. If you can't have a lot of people, guess what? You can have a lot of systems. So that way you can actually hit that mark and actually start growing. Once you're at $1 million, guess what? There's going to be a lot more things you're going to have to overcome, but there's always going to be something more that you can actually develop to be able to make it easier. It's once you hit those points, then that's the point where you start thinking, what can I do next? But anyways, right now, if you're underneath $1 million, I would recommend starting with systems, having a dedicated one team member. That's all you need. One person, find that person. They start implementing them. You just start brain dumping what you have, write it down, look at it. What can you offload? And once you're like, hey, there's a lot of things I could just get rid of because they're not really that important, which they are important, but they're not really something that has to take a lot of brain power. They just take time. Push all that off of your plate. You're going to save a ton of time. You can actually start moving back into sales and moving back into product and I guess quality control. So that way you can start maintaining better quality and actually start getting more sales. And then with that, you're going to be able to hire more people. And then with that, you're going to be able to basically loop all the way back around. You're going to keep finding things that you're going to have to offload. But for now, if you're underneath $1 million, get more systems, get more tracking, and then you'll be able to grow a lot faster. So hopefully this helps. If you're in the position to where you're like, I wish someone else could do this tracking for you, guess what? We can do it for you. We've already gone through a lot of the headaches. We've already dealt with a lot of those nonsense issues that, wow, if we would have just known that detail, we could have saved a lot of time and a lot of money. Anyways, we can do all this for you, but if you don't want us to, just find someone else and hopefully you can start growing your business a lot faster. Anyways, thanks for watching.